Here's your Storm Track 7 forecast.
Good afternoon, I'm Storm Track 7 meteorologist Joshua Franson. We initially had some strong winds out of the southwest today. They still are strong, about 10 to 20, gusting to 30, but we're going to notice over the next few hours they fall off fairly quickly, almost having no real speed or direction tonight. Believe it or not, a front's going to pass on by, and usually when they pass on by, you expect those winds to increase. Well, that front will actually pass and stall out over us. Will bring with it plenty of rainfall opportunities into the future, but for today, might actually bring with us some severe thunderstorms, a level 2 out of 5 across our area, mainly for large hail, damaging wind, and heavy rainfall. But you possibly could see an isolated tornado, but that risk is very, very low. It's mainly the hail and wind that are of concern. So walking into the future with Futurecast, we'll see partly cloudy conditions in the afternoon. Then by about 2 to 3 p.m., we'll start to see storms move in from the northwest, and could also have a couple of isolated ones as well ahead of that. They'll be riding on a cold front, and as they get further into our area, they're going to become more intense, and we'll see them increase in coverage. See these reds and pinks there? Those are some of the storms that could contain some larger hail and some gusty winds. I do believe the most favorable window for severe weather will be between 5 and 8 p.m. Notice this line will slide to the southeast by about 8 p.m., pretty much overtake our area, but once we get past sunset, the severe threat diminishes fairly quickly. We'll be left with rain and rumbles throughout the night, but still could see some moderate to heavy rainfall throughout the overnight hours into tomorrow morning. Then throughout the day tomorrow, more scattered showers and thunderstorms, with an isolated storm or two possibly being on the stronger side. But for today, temperatures getting into the upper 80s to mid 90s. Yellow alerts in place for the storms, but also because areas off to the southeast today, your heat indices will get above 100 degrees. Tonight will fall off into the upper 60s and lower 70s. There'll be a mild night down south. And then tomorrow will be a little bit cooler. It'll actually be the coolest day of the week as that front sets up over us, hanging out in the 70s to upper 80s further south. Now, we'll see the isolated possibility of some severe storms tomorrow, but it's a level 1 out of 5, so not as great as today. And that same deal occurs again on Wednesday. Could see an isolated strong storm or two with these batches of rainfall moving on by. One thing that's pretty much guaranteed, though, is there's going to be plenty of rain. That is why we do have flash flood risks across our area. Once for today, once for tomorrow, and believe it or not, another one on Wednesday. All of them a level 2 out of 5 in terms of flash flood potential. Dew points are also going to remain on the higher side, mainly because we're getting all this rainfall. You need moisture to supply to the clouds to get that rainfall, and well, we're going to see dew points hang in the upper 60s to lower 70s. So if you're heading out anywhere this week, you might feel a little bit uncomfortable and humid. Here's your city-by-city forecast. There's your rainfall chances. As stated before, Tuesday, tomorrow will be the coolest day of the week before warming back up again on Wednesday. And then we hold in the upper 80s to lower 90s throughout the week. But get this, plenty of storm chances in the forecast. I do think they'll become a little bit more isolated as we head into the weekend, but still, it seems like that heat and humidity is going to remain with plenty of rainfall chances.